What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys are awesome. Today is Thursday, one day away from the weekend. Just hold on, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there soon enough. If we have a look at what's going on in the crypto markets, we're still sitting at that $345 billion market cap, okay? It's very, very up and down. Kind of looks like Christmas, right? There's like an equal distribution of green and red across the board, so we're really not moving too much. If we see some of the changes, so Sia Coin, Mithril, Nano, Huobi token, Elf, Omisego, Kin, and Augur seem to be doing the best. So we're really not doing too much crazy movement right now. We have seen Bitcoin dominance drop roughly 1% over the course of the week, which means maybe some of that Bitcoin is going back into the altcoins. That's a possibility. So I wanted to talk about why I'm excited for the future of crypto and the immediate future of crypto, and why we could potentially finally be like setting ourselves up for that bull run, that moonshot, the whole thing that we've been basically talking about for months and months and months on all these different media outlets, correct? So you have Peter Brandt. He's a very well-known traditional trader. He's a best-selling author. He's written all these different books, very well respected in the community. Very bearish on Bitcoin. He had a very negative stance on it for the longest time. He comes out with this chart that says, "Get ready to rock and roll, BTC USD." And this is from a guy who was just like totally bearish on it, okay? So that's just one point that I wanted to point out as well. Now, you might have heard some other people talk about Coinbase. There's a lot of stuff that's been coming out with them lately. You're seeing articles pop up all over the place. So directly from the source, they say, "Today we're excited to announce that we're on track to become a US regulated blockchain securities trading venue. We believe this is an important moment not only for Coinbase, but the entire crypto ecosystem. If approved, Coinbase will be capable of offering blockchain-based securities under the oversight of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Second, securing these licenses will bring them a step closer to their goal, which is to be able to be the more trusted way for customers to buy, sell, and use many different types of crypto assets. This step will also set Coinbase up on path to offer services like crypto securities trading, margin, and OTC or over-the-counter trading." Now, we do hope that it's not... We hope that they let the little guys get in on this too. You know, we don't exactly have millions of dollars to come in for these OTC trades and stuff like that. But either way, this is really good moving forward. And they said, just as Coinbase has served as the on-ramp for many investors in the crypto space, we see our new licenses as a step toward bridging the gap between traditional finance and an open financial system for the world. And we've seen Coinbase expanding their parameters. You know, they've moved over to Japan now just recently. A lot of good news coming out of that as well. Some other topics that I want to just kind of touch on for why I think that this could be some really positive news is you have the executive director of Hyperledger, Brian Behlendorf. He says that he expects blockchain technology to curb the power of Silicon Valley's major technology companies. So basically, he says tech giants such as Google, Amazon, or Facebook will undoubtedly pick up blockchain and generate business models from it. However, I think that the core of blockchain as a decentralized technology will diminish their market power. He says it was the time when Silicon Valley founders could capitalize on any kind of business plan, referring to the dot-com boom of the late 1990s. And he said even the investment market around blockchain today is definitely overheating. The good side is that in this way, a lot of capital is flowing to develop software. So you do have all these things coming out talking about ICOs raising all this money. Now, there are a lot of negative comments about ICOs and these other types of things, but at the same time, the ability to raise funds, just like CZ from Binance himself said, actually will help to push the technology should these projects and startups really use that money for what they say they're going to use it for, and it actually could enhance and expedite the delivery of these products and services as well. Now, you also had Mike Novogratz, okay? Now, he went, and this is from Bloomberg, he's talking about cryptocurrencies, regulations, his stances on it. He's totally bullish. I mean, he dropped all these different types of tokens. He was talking about Funfair, Augur, EOS. He was talking about how we can actually use them in the real world. And, I mean, this is like a really quick clip, but he was talking about, you know, how he was comparing it to, it was basically like a retail type of bubble, what happened before. He said, like, when Bitcoin had its bubble, the bubble didn't burst back in late December, early January because the tech just failed or because that was it. It burst because people literally were just throwing their money at things that they didn't understand. And he says that he sees moving forward, we're going to really truly start to begin to understand the utility of the tokens, what exactly it is that we're investing in, how it's going to be shaping, you know, society, what its advantages are over centralized, you know, counter parts, etc. So
that long.
And so, you know, most likely, listen, we had a retail bubble that popped, and now we have institutions that are marching slowly but surely towards acceptance. Markets always get way ahead of reality. That's just the way it works. This is such a powerful story, and some of these potential disruptors are so powerful in such big industries that my gut feeling is institutional money is going to come in soon and markets are going to get way ahead of the reality again.
There you guys go. So basically, he was saying that, you know, sometimes price precedes tech, right? We get really excited. We throw all our money into it. You know, people ask me, well, why is Icon down? Why is Elastos down? Why is, you know, EOS down? Why is Bitcoin down? You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. People they put the, what's the saying? They put the carriage in front of the horse. You know what I'm saying? He says that he sees massive institutional investors coming in. You're talking a multi-trillion-dollar market cap happening, and he can see it happening within the next 18 months, okay? So that's really good news coming out as well. Now, moving on, you're seeing the Bitcoin buying on the rise again in Venezuela. So we've seen what's happened with the Venezuelans. You know, their dollar has, or, you know, it's basically gotten to nothing, essentially. We've spoken about that. It's really terrible what's going on in these countries with the absolute inflation. I mean, you're talking inflationary rates like we've never even seen before. You know, you think the U.S. is bad. Try living in Venezuela, where last year $100 is worth a few pennies today. You know? So you're seeing these look at this. So this is the volume right here. So this is them. And you can see that's on an uprise as well. So you have Venezuelans and other countries as well buying into more cryptos at the same time. Other great news, you have a Swiss bank becoming the first in its country to offer business accounts to crypto companies. So these are crypto-specific companies which otherwise are getting turned down left and right, and you have, you know, this bank just being like, absolutely, come on guys, we're on your side. That's more that I had to say about that. And then on top of that, you basically have finance industry executives that are arguing that Google's decision to ban cryptocurrency advertising is not only ill-conceived, but unethical. So these guys are fighting back as well. Some of their issues that they had to say, so you have Philip Nunn, the CEO of Blackmore Group, a Manchester-based investment firm. He said that because Google and Facebook both indicated an interest in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, the ban is not based on concerns about criminality. Now, he's saying that this might be a little bit of a, I don't want to say like a conspiracy, but he said that he suspects that Google and Facebook are motivated by plans to introduce their own cryptocurrencies. A Google spokesperson told Business Insider in March it was exploring the technology. The spokesperson said at the time it was too soon to discuss any plans. But the funny thing is that marketers, they were able to get around these anyway. They were just abbreviating things. Instead of saying cryptocurrency, they would just do C-currency or like Bitcoin and replace the O with a 0. And they were getting past Facebook's, you know, algorithm, whatever you want to call it, AI detectors, whatever it was. So he says, unfortunately, the fact that this ban is a blanket ban will mean that legitimate cryptocurrency businesses which provide valuable services to users will be unfairly caught in the crossfire. And we do know this, guys. Not every single cryptocurrency out there is a scam. I mean, we have the key, for example, the identity verification, civic verification, you know, they're already out there. You know, the key has millions of users on its platform. You know, you have Loopchain, the backbone of Icon, already connected to so many different enterprises already, you know, so many different institutions. You know, these are real things that are actually happening, guys. I mean, you know, people like to bash on Ethereum for, you know, whatever, but Ethereum is a great ICO platform. You know what I'm saying? And you're seeing these other platforms as well. You know, you're seeing incubators come out, kind of like what you had with Dragon Chain, Binance Labs as well. So these are all great things moving forward. And on top of that, to kind of combat the whole issue with the ads and stuff, Brave currently has a 2.7 million monthly active. They currently have 2.7 million monthly active users. With regular BAT grants that reward them from browsing with Brave, we expect more people to adopt the Brave browser as they see the benefit of its speed, privacy, and integrated wallet capable of supporting content creators. So that's really awesome as well, guys. Now, if you want, I have left a link in the description for you guys. I recently decided that I'm going to start using Brave browser because you know what? If you're going to be a part of this technology and you're going to support it and you're going to talk about it, well, why not use it? So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be using the Brave browser full time because I feel like I just should at this point. So if you guys want, you can download the Brave browser using my link. You'll see a kind of screen that looks like this, and basically that's your way. You could just kind of help the channel out a little bit. I know everybody's always asking how they could help the channel out, right? Also, let's get into some other news. So I wanted to talk about, you have this. So they're basically saying that Bitcoin Cash's hash rate is down 50% from its all-time high, and Bitcoin is up 7x from the same date. So that's interesting news as well. Really quick, IOTA getting listed on bitpanda. Figured I'd throw that out there. You have Huobi listing Monero, which is kind of surprising considering that we were seeing these privacy tokens get kind of like shunned. People were like, no, let me stay away from that. So now we're seeing that on the exchanges as well. And I also wanted to talk about CanYa. So we don't talk about CanYa too much, but CanYa is working with Upchannel to deploy Can apps to millions of smartphones. So Upchannel has access to 44 million smartphones through its Connect platform and pre-installed white label Android app. So it's adding blockchain technology to its existing product, which is going to include cryptocurrency wallets and a curated dApp marketplace. Upchannel aims to be one of the world's largest providers of digital cryptocurrency wallets. Most importantly for CanYa is the dApp marketplace will support and distribute Can apps to over tens of millions of smartphones. So that's excellent news coming out of CanYa. Now, guys, don't forget, you still have the scams, okay? Over $1.1 billion in cryptocurrency has been stolen last year alone. And this is something that really concerns people and still makes them very scared to get involved in crypto. You have this thing, Operation Prowley malware, that infected over 40,000 machines that were used for cryptocurrency minings, okay? Not going to go into this too much, but you still are seeing these attacks, all right? You also have this guy that was showing how you can actually extract the private key from a Trezor using an oscilloscope. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. This, to me, looks like a pretty intricate job right here. So, yeah, if somebody wants to steal your private keys, apparently they're going to have to be very well versed in, well, first of all, soldering. Yeah, so I would say that they're still relatively safe at this point. I still recommend hardware wallets across the board, absolutely. But, you have the SEC, they're still not too happy about it. They're saying that there's really no enthusiastic compliance about regulatory, compliance from these exchanges. Basically, they're not really working with them. You're seeing Binance move to Malta. So instead of really working with these guys, they're kind of just doing their own thing. He says we're underwhelmed by the enthusiasm coming from within the regulatory structure right now. He acknowledged that regulators did not always have an easy time classifying such tokens. He says, quite frankly, not all of them are obvious on its face exactly what they are. So the whole thing is they don't really even know what the securities are considered. However, there was this thing that came out from the SEC chairman, and he was essentially saying that cryptocurrencies, as in currencies themselves, okay, so things that replace the dollar, the euro, the yen, as in currencies, he says these are not a security. Okay, but he says any other token that basically came out with an ICO, and then this is an arguable thing, like does this include Ethereum, right? He says that those are what they're considered to be securities, and he says we've been doing this for a long time. There's no need to change the definition. We still base this on the Huobi test that came out from the U.S. Supreme Court in 1946. So that's basically his situation. Then we also have U.S. regulators rejects FOIA requests concerning Bitfinex Tether subpoenas. Do you guys really want to talk about Tether again? Let's skip it. I don't think anybody cares about Tether. Let's talk about the Andy Warhol painting to be sold via blockchain. So you have Mycenas. They have basically announced that they're going to hold the world's first cryptocurrency art auction. Now, we have heard cryptocurrencies being used in art before, hidden codes and paintings and stuff of that nature. So basically, they're auctioning off 49% of this $5.6 million piece of art. And if you're curious what it looks like, that's it right there. It's a bunch of electric chairs for $5.6 million. I don't know, guys. Andy Warhol. So, for those of you that love technical analysis, because I never do it on my channel, well, I have just the thing for you. I found this video that came out, and it is 2 straight hours of non-stop technical analysis. I'll leave that in the description for you guys. So that's basically all I have for you today, guys. If you're interested, joining the revolution, getting decentralized, you're going to get rid of all those ads and stuff. You can help the channel out. Download the Brave browser. It would really help me out. It's a good way to support the channel, obviously, since I don't monetize literally anything on my channel whatsoever. Yeah, but anyway, that being said, I think it's great for crypto. I think there's going to be a lot of catalysts pushing it forward. I'm very bullish on the entire space right now. I'm pumped. I hope you're excited as well. You know, tomorrow's the weekend. For those of you out there that are into the dollar cost averaging thing, this could be one of the last opportunities. You know, everything, not financial advice though. I'm just a guy talking about stuff on the internet like Crypto Lark would say. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I love you so much. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.